So let's begin. You are now allowed a 30-second opening.
Thank you, Sean. To the people of Presque Isle, I'd like to say thank you for trusting me to represent you over these past number of months. Many of you are still getting to know me, which is why interviews like this one are so important. I've lived in Aroostook County my entire life. My grandfather, who I was named after, worked at a car dealership on Main Street for many years. My father worked at McCain's until he retired. My mother worked at DFAS. My roots are in Aroostook, and I want to do everything I can to make Presque Isle the best place that it can be.
Okay. Question number one. Tell us why you're running for Presque Isle City Council.
I'm running to make a difference in people's lives. Let's look at our city for a moment and some of the challenges we face. First, there's an affordability crisis, and that's nationwide. Between groceries, utilities, rent or mortgage, property taxes, it feels like we're getting squeezed until there's nothing left. And that's wrong. It's the deliberate policy choices that have been made over the past 40 years that have led us to this point. City Council can't correct all of that, obviously, but we need to do what we can to lessen the burden. Another challenge is public safety. People don't always feel safe in their neighborhoods or in public spaces, and we need to fix that. We need to continue to grow our community, attract new businesses that will offer good paying jobs to our residents. And those are some of the issues that I'm concerned with. And it all comes back to wanting to make Presque Isle a safer, more affordable place to live.
Okay. Question number two. How will you address the ongoing economic concerns such as inflation, rising costs, and most importantly, heavy tax burdens impacting Presque Isle residents?
So let's focus on the tax burden because that's the one that City Council can affect. So what we're looking at when we're looking at property taxes, there are two things we should consider. So step one is ensuring that residential and commercial valuations are equitable. Step two is crafting a responsible budget. And we're heading into budget season, and I expect that some difficult choices are going to need to be made. But we have a responsibility to taxpayers to make the most efficient municipal government possible. That after budget season, we can look people in the eyes and tell them that we did everything we could to retain services that everyone expects while trimming any excess. It's going to be hard, but I believe that if we accomplish this goal, we'll be in a better position next year to lessen the tax burden for residents.
Question number three. What community issues are specifically important to you, and how do you hope to address them as a councilor?
So I'm concerned about public safety. Since I've been on the council, we've done a lot of work to address safety concerns, but there's still work to be done. I want to ensure that our neighborhoods and public spaces are safe and well maintained. Sometimes that means getting code enforcement involved, dealing with a deteriorating or unsafe property. We hired an outreach coordinator to help with encampments and have formed a partnership with the homeless shelter to try to get people off the streets. There have been steps taken toward the larger goal of making our community a safer place, and I'd like to continue that work.
Okay. Question number four. How do you approach working with people who might have a different mindset, point of view, or objective from you to get things done?
So I always go back to my core values, which were really instilled in me by my grandmother at a young age. And those values are kindness, empathy, and respect. I like to see the best in people, which sometimes doesn't work out too well for me. But I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt and treat them with the same courtesy and respect that I'd like to be treated with. And City Council is no different. So I have strong political differences with some councilors, but I always do my best to remain professional and never make it personal.
Okay. Number five, what changes would you make, if any, in how City Council meetings are conducted?
So I'd like to see new projects, ones that cost $1 million and up, voted on by the people of the city. So if we're potentially spending that much money, residents should have a say. Hold a referendum, let people vote yay or nay. And if it's defeated, we accept the result and move on. If people support the project, we move forward in a stronger position than before. So it lends credibility to the cause. What I don't like and what I think is harmful to the city is for residents to feel like projects are being forced on them. So I'd like to see referendums on new and costly projects, because if the idea holds merit and offers significant value to the city, I trust that voters will see that and vote to move forward with the project. And allowing residents to become more involved in major decisions is democratic and helps build trust between the people and City Hall.
Okay. Number 6, what's your stance on the use of social media as a counselor?
Keep it professional. That's my stance. We're public officials. We're held to a higher standard of conduct, and that's how it should be. Our social media should reflect a high degree of professionalism. We're representative for our constituents in the city, so we should act accordingly. I'm not going to engage in online discourse that's critical of City Council. I'm aware of nearly everything that's said online about the city, but it's not my place to scold people for vocalizing their opinions. People have a First Amendment right to say what they want about us. My job isn't to police the internet. My job is to work hard to move the city forward in a positive direction and help build trust between the people and City Hall.
Okay. At this time, you are allowed a 30-second closing statement.
So when residents talk to others about what it's like living in Presque Isle, I want them to look at that person and be able to say that Presque Isle is affordable, with great opportunities, safe neighborhoods, and low property taxes. I want that person who's looking for a new place to call home to choose Presque Isle. I want to thank everyone who has supported me over the past year. It's been an honor serving on City Council, and I'm asking for your support again at the ballot box on November 4th so that I can continue the work toward a better Presque Isle.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.